Hello physical fiends, it's Jordan here with a quick look at Neptunia Sisters vs Sisters, which should be releasing physically on the Nintendo Switch today. This has been out on PlayStation consoles for about a year already, and it's coming to Xbox in a few months' time, physically too. If you want to purchase any of the physicals, then check the links below, that can help support the channel. But yeah, Idea Factory sent this code to me. They thought I might appreciate an RPG with anime babes in it, so yeah, I'd take a quick look. As always, I played for about an hour, just over an hour, to see if I would buy this game myself. Would I spend my hard, not so hard earned cash on this game? Firstly, I have to state I have never played any of the Hyperdimension Neptunia games. This is literally my first one, and that may surprise some of you, but there's always been a couple of good reasons for that, but I'm sure I'll get to that soon. If you don't know the series, they are very meta in their story. They're all analogies about the gaming industry, and all the big console manufacturers are represented in some form. I guess it was a novelty at the time, but it's super on the nose and not particularly clever about it. They don't need to be by this point. And if you're new to the franchise, like myself, this is incredibly impenetrable with dozens of faces thrown at you from the beginning. That is not the game's fault, of course. I am the one to blame for that, but it needs to be stated for anyone considering jumping into the series here. Is it a big problem? Not really, because as with every single compile heart game that I've ever played, the story is, I want to say embarrassing, but maybe that's a step too far. I'll say the story is not for me. It's not what I like in RPGs. Droning on and on with exposition dumps and then completely unnecessary padding for cuteness sake, with dramatic moments that don't pay off because you're bored by the time you get to them. I could make a whole video on a bit more Jordan, why I generally dislike the direction that lower budget JRPGs have gone since the HD era began, you know, with their storytelling. Just character sprites wobbling, explaining things, rather than physical models on an overworld, you know, doing stuff with, you know, actions. Showing is much better than telling. There's nothing world building or immersive about VTubers sweeping in and out of static backgrounds, no matter how much jargon they throw at you. But that is just me. I'll probably get a lot of dislikes from Nep fans who love this, and that's fine. This is a video about my opinions, and it doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. Maybe you will love it, and if you enjoy stories of Mugen Souls, Fairy Fencer, Refrain Chord, you'll probably like this too, although this is even more impenetrable than those. Thankfully, the gameplay is a bit more enjoyable than the story. It's again your typical compile heart affair. You can see how they managed to pump their games out so fast. They have a hub world of sorts where you can go into different areas where you explore dungeons, and a simple 3D exploration that appears to be rather linear, at least in my short time with the game. You have 3 girls in your party, and you get into action RPG combat with video game references. It's okay. Compile Heart know how to do a battle system. They can't write for shit, but they can sure write code for combat. You have a normal attack which can be comboed together. It is a little bit strange to get used to at first, since it's not your typical hack and slash gameplay. There is a bit of delay between the attacks, so you can't just mash them. The key seems to be switching between girls mid-attacks to keep up a combo. I don't think I fully got into the flow in my short time with it, and if I know my compile heart games like I think I do, there's going to be quite a few more layers to add to the combat throughout the game. I've only just scratched the surface, I'm pretty sure. Sadly though, I don't think I would purchase this game myself. As I said, I feel like an outsider jumping into the universe here, and the storytelling style and dialogue just is not my bag at all. And the actual gameplay seems fine, but it's not as captivating as Mugen Souls, Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord, or even 7 Pirates H. They're from the same developer and publisher, but those have something far more interesting going on. I don't know what it is, but I was not captivated by this one. But if you do want it for yourself, go check the links below, that helps out. If you enjoy this series, I have no judgment on that. We all like different things, just not my style of game. Anyways, have a good day, guys.